to keep your family safe and warm. But one former city inspector in eastern Iowa says what you don't know about your furnace could hurt you. That inspector, who was fired, says he believes many furnaces in Cedar Rapids have not been inspected. But the city says people are safe, and if there is any issue, it's one of record keeping. Tonight in a KWWL News exclusive, we reveal the results of a year-long investigation into furnace inspections and record keeping in the Cedar Rapids Building Department. According to Cedar Rapids City procedures, all mechanical work in your home or business must be inspected. That means when you pay for and get a permit for a new furnace, water heater, or air conditioner, the contractor has to call the city for an inspection. Then a city inspector has to make sure the work was done properly.
This is the pipe.
Kathy Goldstein's story started September of 2003 when she learned her 5-year-old furnace had never been inspected by the city. Jerry Donnell is a former city inspector who discovered the problem when he looked at the Goldstein's new air conditioner. He did that inspection September 11th of 2003. The AC was fine, but he says he found a code violation on the furnace, which he said could have led to carbon monoxide poisoning.
It comes down to safety for the citizens' own well-being for their homes and businesses.
Donnell focused on this window and this pipe at the Goldsteins. He says the code called for the pipe to be farther away from the window. Otherwise, furnace exhaust could come back in through the window if it was open.
The health threat is the carbon monoxide that the furnace emits.
For example, if we had to open all the windows because something was burning in the kitchen, exhaust could come back in the window, and that's not healthy.
The Goldsteins wonder why their furnace was never inspected when it was installed in 1997. Iowa's News Channel obtained city records for mechanical permits on the Goldsteins' home. This record shows a permit was taken out for the furnace installation October 9th of 1997, and then it shows the permit was closed or went into an inactive file, but there are no notes showing the furnace was inspected. The Goldsteins also never found a tag like this on their furnace indicating it had been inspected.
I was surprised. I was angry. Because as lay people, we expect to turn it over to the people who know what they're doing.
We had paid for an inspection, and it wasn't done. And we were also very, very surprised that the part of the installation was not done properly.
Donnell was a mechanical inspector for Cedar Rapids for 2 years before being fired November 22nd, 2003. Mechanical inspectors inspect furnaces, water heaters, and similar equipment.
As time went on, I noticed that there was quite a few deficiencies in the installations of mechanical equipment. And then I started looking for the permits and also the inspections. A lot of times I would find the permits, but I would not find any inspections that were recorded.
In many cases, Donnell says he also wasn't finding these inspection tags. He found the situation applied to furnaces which had been replaced or repaired like the Goldsteins, not ones put in new construction. It's standard Cedar Rapids city policy to post a tag like this on the furnace or electrical box when an inspector has okayed the equipment.
If it does not carry this tag, then it's considered unapproved.
And I'm wondering if you could check to see if this tag is on your furnace or on your breaker box to see if it was inspected.
Oh, come on in, find out.
Can we come in?
Sure.
We chose 52 homes and businesses in Cedar Rapids at random to see whether we could find inspection tags for ourselves. We chose the addresses off of lists of people who had applied for permits for repairs on their furnaces in the last 3 years. We also brought along an actual inspection tag so the property owners would know what they were looking for.
Well,
okay. Do you see it on the furnace anywhere?
I don't see it.
This is what we found. Of those homes and businesses, we found 31 without inspection tags. 5 had the tags, 12 people weren't home, and 4 would not look for us.
There are no tags on your furnace stating that it was inspected.
Okay.
We also talked with an independent house inspector. We needed a place to interview that inspector, Tony Smith, so we asked KWWL reporter Jessica McAnich if we could use a relative's home. We didn't realize at the time they had a new furnace installed last year. Smith started nosing around.
Which they should either be one here or on the front of the furnace or on the side of the furnace.
Smith found the furnace did not have an inspection tag and called the Cedar Rapids Building Department to see if an inspection was in the records.
Is there a final inspection on the permit?
Final, no.
No one has died, but the thing is we don't want to wait for someone to die.
The Goldsteins we told you about at the beginning of this story contacted their contractor after finding out about the code violation with their furnace and pipe, and their contractor put the pipe farther away from the window according to code. The city of Cedar Rapids says it is doing a good job of inspections. Officials say they are certain people in Cedar Rapids are safe because of the skilled and licensed contractors in Lynn County. We will have the city side of the story tomorrow night on the KWWL News at 10 o'clock.